Well, my friends, here's my best Davy Dum Dum of quite a while right now. I'm ever in a mess right now. We are halfway to the cabin, and we broke through the road. Isn't this a great way to start a Friday? Check this out. Running board is hung up on the ice. Truck is sunk in well over a foot here. Happy Friday. Well, I don't know how your day is going, people, but I'm stuck right in the middle of the road here, almost at the top of the hill before the camp, and I'm not sure what we're going to do here yet, but anyway, ain't life grand. That's what it is. It's all ice in that running board. It's holding me up. That's crazy. Look at that. That one is over full. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed because we're not even in good weather. One of them is full, the other one's almost, the other one's 2/3. I guess those spiles work, eh? Happy Friday, guys. What a day. What a way to end a day. What a way to start a weekend. Are you feeling lucky? I was. It was crazy because, like I say, I figured I could, push with nature, I guess. And nature always wins in a situation like this. She's way more powerful than I can ever think of being. Came in the first little bit of the road and thought that was the worst part, right at the very end of it. It was soft when we left last week, and it was actually more firm coming in today. But the first third of the mile is plowed. That was all good into the plowed part, and then once we get to the ice part, which you guys might have seen in the video a couple weeks ago, I basically hauled my little sled in from there when I hauled my sled in. And from there in, I thought, well, this is all still frozen solid. We're good to go. It's a bit icy, but I get studded tires. Driving along the truck, and I thought, yeah, we're golden. It's going to be a great day. We're getting there early. It's only 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then, all of a sudden her side just went, literally, it went over so far she couldn't even get her door open. Her door right against the ice. Rocker panel, running board, right in the ice. The truck, it would not move. So anyways, here we are. I made a call to a buddy. I tried. Luckily, Shelly, what a sweetheart. I dug at it by hand for a little while. No way, couldn't get the ice, and tried to kick some of the ice chunks and stuff out of there. She walked in, got me a shovel and a pick here, walked back out while I stayed out there. My hands were freezing, digging right in that ice water, pulling right big chunks, and I wasn't getting anywhere real quick, and I got some of the chunks out, but anyways, and then she brought me the shovel and the pick. I got some more out, but then once I got the whole side clear in the passenger side, nothing was holding up there, but once I got looking under the truck, the way the ice had broke off, the edge of the ice, the frame, the cross members were sitting right on it. So I knew I was kind of high-sided, right? And when I'd steer the wheel back and forth, you could feel the truck rocking this way a bit. So you're high-sided as soon as you feel that. So I knew it wasn't going anywhere on its own without some help. So luckily, I had a wheelbarrow in the back. So 2 loads in. I had to, again, it's only about a third of a mile. Wasn't that bad, but not what I wanted to do to start my weekend. But anyways, loaded up the wheelbarrow, brought a load in. Back out, brought a second load in. After we got here, blown away, collected about 40 liters of sap. So I've already got that. You can probably see behind me here cooking away because it's going to take all weekend. I'm going to get like well over a liter this time probably out of that. I'm not going to bore you guys with most of that, but anyways, waiting for later on for my ride there. Buddy's got an F-250 with a plow on it. He's going to hook on to me. I don't know how hard or easy it's going to be yet to get it out, but anyways, we'll see what happens when he gets here. It's pretty icy up there, so, but he just got to move me just a little bit, and it shouldn't be any problem to pull that truck right out of there. So hopefully it's going to be all up here from hill, all uphill from here for the rest of the weekend. So a couple projects I'm going to do around here. I'm going to tear the chicken coop down, my chicken coop affair. That's all going to be down and folded up, and I may transport some of that, put it out over my garden out here. Once I do the garden, it won't be for a while yet, but anyways, to keep the deer just off my beans. And also today, I'm probably going to put the eaves trough back up in the back, and I'm going to do a water tank swap here, I think. Got one there that's clean. The one up there is kind of getting dirty inside, and it'd be easier just to put the clean one up. So I'm going to put the eaves trough back up, probably do that a bit later. Actually, that'll be all tomorrow. I'm saying that later. That'll be, I'll be lucky tonight just to get my truck out of here. So, but that's my plans for the weekend here anyways, on tomorrow. And I will report back after we get the truck unstuck. So we'll talk to you soon. Wow. Happy Friday once again, guys. I am happy to report the truck is out. We got her out. He showed up, tried 2 or 3 steady pulls on it. He had a big strap and then he had a small strap hooked together. Tried a couple steady pulls, he couldn't move it. Then he said, well, I'm gonna have to try to yank on it a bit. So he backed off, gave it a bit of slack, gave it a big yank, broke the strap, broke the small one. Thought, here we go. So he had a bigger strap, he tied that, and it's pretty cool. I think it's hard to tell, but he had a tire and he tied the strap around both sides of the tire, so the tire was like a stretchable, flexible part within the coupling. And did it ever work? Amazing, because he actually got his daughter to get in the truck. But what freaked me out is just before he did it, he said she's going to have to jerk hard. He said, be prepared. He said, this thing could pop your airbags. And I thought, oh yeah, and I thought about that, and I have seen that happen before. I thought, well, ain't this gonna be great? Or this say it could be. I'm out and boom, right in the face. So I literally made sure my head was turned hardcore away from that steering wheel, just in case, because it's just like you're getting rear-ended, and it'll do the same thing. But luckily, she hauled off, and you can see, I think, in the video that she gave her a big smash there, and as soon as I got hauled back about 2 feet or so, the truck went out under its own power. So luckily, we walked out, parked it, and it's about 1/3 of the mile in the road, so we had to walk in about 2/3. So it's getting later in the day. We're just lucky. It's going to be darker in about an hour or so. So we made her in time. I didn't want to leave it in the middle of the road overnight, but what a friggin' adventure. So I guess there's a reason, as they call this channel, Sparky's 506 Adventures. Hope you're enjoying it. Whew. Well, good morning, boys and girls. I'm going to tell you, yesterday was entertaining, to say the least. I wish I had got some better footage of the truck stuck out there, but at the moment I wasn't really in the mood to, film. That was bad, and luckily it didn't do any damage to my truck, actually doing it. But anyways, today is a new day, and it's going to be a good day. Had a good sleep last night. Gonna go for a quick walk out and show you guys on the road here, right in front of the cabin, how bad one of these spots is already getting. The soil's right liquefied. And even if I had got the truck in to here, I might have got stuck right out front here. So, but the road is an absolute mess here now. Looking terrible. You guys can see, check the ruts out here. You can see here how soft it is. This edge, somebody drove by here yesterday and they've got it all torn up now. You can see they started to sink down into my truck. Could have been enough to even do it here. It's a little more solidified this morning. It was colder out last night, but I tried to walk in this yesterday. My foot sunk 6 or 8 inches right into it as soon as I stepped on it. So But it's nice to see again, the front field is pretty well bare. Going to be able to start moving stuff very soon out here. Today, I'm going to move my chicken coop. So I'm going to tear that all apart. And I'll film a little bit of doing it. And the chicken coop's all coming apart. I'm going to put my $100 for the chicken wire. Going to roll it all up the best I can. And what I'm eventually probably going to do is rebuild part of it out here. And it'll just be over my beans. The beans are the only things I plant. You can see my whole garden there now. The whole area. And the beans are the only thing I plant that seems the critters like to get at, which are the deer. So, and last year all I had, this was potatoes all over here. And then this section here, it's not even a large section, right? I can make this garden way wider, way longer, depending what I want. But anyways, this section just from here to here to be about 6 feet, and this is about 8 wide is all it is. So that was my beans last year, and even though the deer would come in and mow them off, they still produced a fair amount. I've still got some in my freezer at home. And right on the end here, we had a row of cucumbers. It was the first year to try them, put them on a hill, and we got 50 to 75 cucumbers out of them probably. Great big like slice masters or a straight 8, something like that. I forget what they were, but they weren't a pickling one. But Shelly actually made some pickles out of them anyway, and they're actually pretty good. They're more of a bread and butter cuke. But this year, I want to grow more cucumbers probably out that way, and maybe along, you got to keep them apart, but I want to grow some squash for sure. So I'm not sure I'm going to put it yet, maybe over here along the edge. Normally this has all been potatoes in the last few years, and potatoes grow quite well too. And even ironically enough, I've still got potatoes home that are starting to sprout really nice already. Nice little small ones, red, and I got some golden russet ones, I think they are. And I got some red ones, and both of them are going to be a good plantable potatoes. So I will use them as a seed potato. So I saved them from last year. So, and it won't be long, I'll be able to run my rototiller through this stuff. Like it's, look at that, that soil's getting pretty good already. Check that out. Won't be long and probably dig a worm out here. It doesn't even look wet, to be honest. Beautiful soil. I've put a lot of amendments in it over the years and try to run the tiller over it. I could probably, might even be able to till that now, but it's a bit premature, I guess. It's only the end of March. So anyways, let's walk back in. Again, the front field is pretty well bare here, as you guys can see. So it's a very nice sign. Probably hit it with some fertilizer here soon. And was kind of nice. Yesterday I went up in, and it's hard to believe, I got probably close to 40 liters of sap, and I've got it cooking away. I'm not going to film a bunch of that because you guys already saw a video on making that, but I'm going to make a bunch of it actually today, hoping to get, excuse me, probably about a liter out of it this time. It was pretty little amount we got last time, but quite a bit more this time. The flower bed's all thawed out here now. It's nice. I can start working that a little bit. And I normally put a few annuals by these big rocks here each year. And then again, I've got a few different perennials in here too that'll be starting to pop up here hopefully fairly soon. So we're going to head back in through. And again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and make some breakfast. I'm not going to bother you guys with that. And then when I'm done, I'm probably going to start tearing my chicken coop affair apart over my shrubs. You know what's kind of cool? This place amazes me in the summer, and I'm going to take some temperature readings just to prove it. I've got a thermometer, an indoor-outdoor one in the camp, and that's what I always show you guys the temperatures on. The last post over on the front, the sending unit is on the back side of that post, so it's never in the sun, so it should be an accurate temperature. In the summertime, when it's really hot, if you go out in this front field out here, it literally will feel 4 or 5 degrees hotter than when you walk in. As soon as you start to walk into the trees here and that in the summer, it always feels cooler and around the building here. Is it because of the water from the brook? Maybe it is liquid cooled, maybe it's just in our brain, but I'm going to check it sometime, and actually I can test the temperature. I'm going to bring an outdoor thermometer, bring it down here in the field someday in the summer when it's warm out, and I'm going to put it in the shade, obviously put it behind something, and I want to see if the air temp is actually different. And I honestly think it is. And even neater, this time of year, you can see when you look down here, this is frozen. This is still ice from last night, right? So it did freeze up, and there was still a bit of ice out in the road out front I just showed you guys. But yet, when I get up this morning at 6 o'clock, it was 2 degrees outside at the building here, supposedly. And it's still 1 or 2 degrees now, so it didn't even go to freezing overnight in here around the cabin. Well, does the brook keep it warmer? I guess maybe. You know, because again, it seems like for whatever reason, it's warmer here. A couple little projects again today. Chicken coop's going to come down, and I'm actually probably going to put my eaves trough back up, and because it's not getting very cold at night anymore, and it won't hurt it anyway. I'm not going to turn the water on into the camp yet. I'll do that in the next couple weeks, and then we'll walk in, you flush the toilet just like your house, and it's so nice to have. No more hauling water from the brook. Not that that's that big a deal anyway. But anyway, again, I got one broken bracket up there and maybe a stretched one, so I think I've got one or two here, and I'm gonna go look for them now, and bracket for the eaves trough, and then again I'll show you guys a bit of popping that back up. So I'll talk to you guys in a little while. Here you go, we're back at the cabin. I'll show you the what's going on here. Oh, look at that, she's cooking away. And this has already been added to, we started out full yesterday, cooked it down to probably about 3 inches in the bottom, and then added to it this morning full, cooked her down again that far, you can see. So it's going to be cooking a while yet, and I've still got this blue water jug here is still about half full. So when that gets down some more, I have to add a bunch more to it yet. So it's going to be a fair amount out of her today. So here's one of my little projects I'm going to work on today. I'm going a little farther than what I planned on. When I originally built this support, that's when I had my truck camper over here. My camper, I had to build it this height to get gravity flow into my camper. When I built the camp, I just simply moved this over. This is way taller than it needs to be. I can have my tank, bottom of my tank can be way down here somewhere, just above the floor level, because I get a pump under the floor so I don't gravity feed the camp. There's a 12-volt boost pump under there, and the water line goes in under the deck platform over here. So as long as I'm above floor level, I'm going to have gravity fed water going in, and it's so much easier for me to maintain this if it's closer to the ground. The only thing I'm going to have to change, I'm going to have to cut this down and drop it. But anyways, I'm going to have to get a longer downspout for my eaves trough. So anyways, I'm going to get some tools. I'm going to pop this pallet off, and I'm going to kind of refit this a bit, and I'll film a bit of it. I'm not going to show you all of it, but I'll show you sections of doing this. So hang in there, guys. Well, there you go, boys and girls, just like that. I just brought this from, up here somewhere. Leveled everything off, recross braced it. It's not pretty, but it's strong and it holds it. So now I got to try to wrestle my clean water tank over here and get her up on top of there somehow. So it's going to be nice to have the rainwater going again here soon. Well, boys and girls, I guess all I can do right now is get up and put this eaves trough back on. I need something to wash even that tank out. It's not the cleanest. No, this isn't going to work at all, is it? Try that. There we go. Holds me. It should hold a water tank, right? Yeah. Anyways, let's put this stuff back up. It's supposed to go like that. Okay, out over there. And this guy, yeah, those next two brackets are broken. I don't know, it's going to make much sense. Put those other pieces up or not? Probably not, because again, they're broken over there. So maybe I should just wait on that, I guess. There we go. Snap that one in over there, and I might as well, yeah, there's not a lot more I'm going to be able to do. I'm going to have to extend this down a bit because it's going to be longer now. So I'm going to get down here, try not to wipe out, and I think I'm going to shut this video down pretty soon, boys and girls. I'm going to go up on the deck here, see what I can do. Hook that other piece in. I could go inside and get my good ladder. I've got one of those extendable ones in there, but this will get me by for this stuff. There's not much point of putting the actual eaves trough up, I guess, until I get the brackets. So go up and do this last one. Whoops, here we go. Quite a ladder. There we go. It's all locked into there. So this one is all stretched out, and I can probably still use that. I just need one bracket, really. So
If I had taken it out in the fall before the ice, I wouldn't have to do this. But anyway, you know. But that'll work just great here very soon. I might as well put it in place, but there's not a lot of point of putting it up there for good, because again, I'm gonna have to take it down and put brackets on it. I'll put it up for now, I guess. There, easy as that. That wasn't the hardest now, was it? But I'm gonna have to get a couple brackets, I think. It's just not working. So anyways, so much for that idea. And again, I think that's about all I can do today out here on this stuff. Well, there you go, boys and girls. So you can see I stuck all these trough back up for now, just to put it back on there. Water tank is now dropped down. The water tank base, that's where I'm going to leave it, dropped it down 1.5 feet or whatever. Tank is sitting over here. This is the tank I'm going to actually use. It's going to be cleaned out a little bit. It's still got a bit of dirt and stuff inside it, so I'm going to try to clean some needles and stuff out of it before I put it up on there. But anyways, I think I'm going to cut this video off here. It's been quite a day so far, and I'm going to take a break and go inside and have a coffee. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed some of this content. It was quite a day yesterday. Hopefully I don't get into that kind of mess again here. But anyways, lesson learned, right? This isn't, I thought this was the first winter I'm going to be able to drive in here all year. But you know what? It proved me wrong that you're not going to drive in here all year. It doesn't matter what year it is. But anyways, lesson learned. And again, it was great to have you guys along. If you like this content, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Help build my channel up a little bit. And if nothing else, you guys please just try to live simply and remain grateful. And you guys have a good day. We'll talk to you soon.